Good afternoon, my friends. It's me, KP. I'm here in my studio, the man and the maker, home of Art Foamies, and I'm here for Art Foamy Fun Friday. It is October 20th. Oh my gosh, I can't believe October's almost over. And I would like to welcome you all. Thanks for being here. Deb is here, Linda. Oh my goodness, who else? Puffer, Janice is here, Catherine, excuse me, Anita, Gabby, nice to see you. Pam is here, Janice. Christina. I hope I'm not missing anyone. Patty is here. Terry, nice to see everybody. Gosh, thanks so much for coming. Ginger is here. Ellen is here, and Patty, and maybe Ron. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Patty though. Oh my goodness. So welcome everybody. Margie, nice to see you. I have to tell you, I have been a little under the weather for about the past week, so my energy level is not my normal exuberant self. No, it's still okay. I feel a lot better today. I've been sleeping like Rip Van Winkle and getting a lot of rest and just really trying to take care of myself. I haven't been sick like with anything in particular. Just not feeling 100%, real low on energy, and I just think the weight of the world's heavy, but we come here to commiserate and to have a little fun because you know what? We still have to have that. At least I do, and I hope you do too. So thanks for joining me. We are very excited this evening. Even though I have not been feeling my best, I'm always excited to bring my friends and share with you new artwork. Art Foamies is something I actually live for. Heather is here. Nice to see you. Jennifer, welcome. Anyway, we do have new images. I hope you all had a chance to see the new collection from Elizabeth St. Hilaire. She is somebody who I know all of you follow and love. Her artwork is amazing. I have been friends with Elizabeth since, oh my gosh, we met at Golden Artist Educator Training in New Orleans in October. Oh my gosh, it's our friend anniversary. Oh, I think she's going to come on later. Well, so I want you all to know Elizabeth is going to come on into the chat later. She is traveling right now, so she has made time for us, which I'm really appreciative of. Thank you, Linda, and thank you, Catherine. I missed you too. Thanks for coming and for being here. Maxie Moon is here. Hi, honey. Anyway, Elizabeth and I met in October of 2018 at Golden Artist Educator Training in New Orleans, and we really hit it off. It was back before I had Art Foamies, and she started doing rubber stamps with me with Rubber Moon. So Mary Lynn, hello, welcome. So we became friends. I actually have visited her when she was living in Florida. Had a great time. We love to collaborate, and she's always open to, just to work on stuff. She's just a lot of fun. She's a great artist and very engaging. I know many of you do follow her. I hope that you do, and if not, I hope that you will. We will share all of her links. And again, I hope you have had a chance to see her newest collection. Now, she has a lot of great art foamies with us. She does have, birds. Her birds collection has been really popular, and her peacocks and florals. So I hope you'll get a chance to check out her past offerings. But tonight, we're going to turn the camera around, and I am going to share with you Elizabeth St. Hilaire's newest collection. It is Wings and Things. So we said we weren't going to bug you, but that's what it's all about. Yes, Heather Bailey says her classes are super amazing. She is. She's super, very organized. Again, very engaging. She knows her stuff. She's been doing a long time, and she's just, she's very sharing. So I hope she also has a Patreon. So I hope all of you will go over and check it out. And of course, later she'll be on here with us. She is going to come to our after party. So for those of you who are my patrons and you want to come over to the after party, you are more than welcome. You should have received a Zoom link. So we're going to go hang out over there and just chit chat. And, I'm going to show some Art Foamy fun, of course. So Hi, Diana. Welcome. All right, I'm going to turn this camera around. That's enough seeing my face. Excuse me, I have to take a drink here. Jack, Dana, and the Menagerie are also here. Welcome. Nice to see you. So this is Elizabeth's collection, and I know it's probably not making the best first impression right now because I didn't actually mean to have this up. This is something I'm working on and was going to be working on with and for you, but I am going to pull out her stamps, and we're going to stamp these together, and we are going to play a little bit. And again, hope that you will check out all of her other offerings because her peacock collection is wonderful. She has a really nice variety of florals. So, and definitely also go on over to rubbermoon.com and check out all of her amazing rubber stamps. Okay. So I hope that you will. I need to fix my autofocus. So give me just a second here. Yes, Catherine says Elizabeth has taught me a lot about gel printing. She is a really avid gel printer. Yeah. All right, so I have to turn off my overhead lights because I'm having the strobe issue again. So give me a second. So it's fun. Every Friday night, I get to come sit in the dark and stamp with you. We'll have to bring drinks next time. All right, so no particular order. Okay, I am actually going to pull up my ArtFoamies on my phone so that I can make sure if I have all the names. Okay, no, we didn't want to bombard you with a huge collection, so we kept it, relatively under control. Oh my goodness, let me see, where's artfoamies.com? Where are you? All right. Also, just to let you know, if you are wanting some specials, if you type in MP23, you will receive 20% off your ArtFoamies order only for the weekend. We are celebrating my middle daughter's birthday, and so we're giving you the discounts tonight. All right. So we're going to start at the beginning. We have Beetles. Okay, we have Beetle. This is the just spotted beetle. Okay, we have the striped beetle, and we have, well, we do have another beetle. I don't know where it is though. We have striped, dotted, and speckled, or something. I don't know. Speckled, striped, and dotted. I'm not sure. I think we're missing a beetle on the website. Maxi Moon. One of the beetles seems to be missing if you are here with us right now. This beetle doesn't seem to be listed. Yes, Margie and Dana. So I met Margie and Dana both in New Mexico in 2019. So it's nice to have you both here together. I wish we could be back together in person again. Not sure was a fun time. So anyway, we do have these 3 beetles. Now these are sold individually. These are the large sizes. Again, we have spotted beetle, striped beetle, and striped and spotted beetle. So there's those 3. They do not come in a set. The large beetles are sold individually, okay? Or you can get a set of small beetles, okay? They are the same 3 beetles, only about half the size, okay? Again, doing these in a couple sizes because the larger ones make a better statement for, say, oh, I don't know, a t-shirt or larger journal page, something like that. And then, of course, the smaller ones are for smaller projects and card makers, things like that. Super fun and love them all. So the small ones come in a set of 3, okay? And the large ones are sold individually, all right? And you know what? I won't stamp them all right now because we will be stamping, and I do already have them stamped so you can see them. So I won't spend time doing that right this minute, but I do want to let you know the large ones are approximately 4 inches by about 3, okay? Approximately. some give or take. We didn't do them all exact because we wanted to have, you know, sort of a, you know, variety, right? Heather, you're so funny. Yes, John, Paul, and Ringo. I love it. Anyway, and then the small ones run about 2 by 2¼ ish. Okay. So there's your beetles, and I do have, if you'd love to see a little sample and talk about this as well, I'm super happy with it. And those of you who join me for Daily Heart in my Patreon know we made some fun little jewelry holders the other day. And so I made one using Elizabeth's bugs and my background. This is my my imprint pad that's just dots of dashes, and oh my gosh, I love them together. Isn't it great? Like almost like they were meant to be. So again, another little jewelry holder or a key holder or something like that, and I did just use the little screw hooks, okay? And I didn't even paint them, you know, I just screwed them right in. Janice, oh my gosh, I hope you're all reading the comments and having comedy hour here. Anyway, yeah, thank you. It turned out really cute, right? So super fun, and I will say pretty quick project. This one took me a little bit longer because there's lots of layers, but you know what? It did not take all day. It maybe took like an hour. So super fun, and again, makes a great gift if you're all wanting to make your holiday gifts, or you know, at least some of them, right? This would be so great. Okay, so anyway, little key holder, little jewelry holder, whatever, using the set of small beetles from Elizabeth St. Hilaire. Okay, the next ones are her moths. Okay, and I don't know how many of you, I know a lot of you have followed for a long time, and you know that I have a set of moths, and I love them, and I feel like they would kind of go. So if you have my moths, then jump on over and buy Elizabeth's too, because they're super cute. A little different, a little more solid. Patty Euler, the queen, is in the house. Nice to see you, my friend. Yay, gosh, happy Friday. I can't wait to catch up with you. I hope you had a wonderful September. So these are super fun. Again, here's her moths, and I do have them sort of stamped out. Now I admit they're not stamped out super perfectly. You know, they're just very washy, but we're going to have some fun with this because you know what? We can't fake the layers, right? So again, the moths come in a set of 3 smalls, approximately 2-ish inches to 2½, all right? 2 to 2½ inches. And then you have the large moths, again, a little size differential there. And here you go. There's the 3 large. Again, the large are not sold in sets. The large are sold individually. Okay, so super fun. If you know, so for example, maybe you love these small sets, okay? You don't feel like you have to break the bank and get all 3. Maybe you just pick your favorite, and then you can have the little and the big, you know? So lots of ways. And this is not a pop-up, okay? So remember that these images will be available at artfoamies.com, but get them right now because it's 20% off, okay, with the code MP23, okay? And it's 23 because it's 2023 and she's 23, but it's only 20% off. Thank you, Deb. I know, right? The bugs are so fun. And I don't even, Maxie too, you know, Maxie says, I don't even really like bugs, but these are so cute. And I'm not a huge bug person, I admit, but I do like butterflies, as you can tell. I'm pointing to the wrong wrist. This actually is for my mom. My mom had this exact same tattoo on her wrist in the same spot. Well, I shouldn't say the exact same tattoo. It was very close to this tattoo. I don't have, you know, it wasn't exact. But anyway, very similar to this tattoo. My mom had it, and I remember she got it when I was like 5 or 6 years old. And I remember her getting it, and then when I was when she passed away, I got the same tattoo, and Maxie Moon has it also. But I'm not a big butterfly. It's not that I'm a big butterfly person, but you know, I do like butterfly art, I admit. Okay. And yes, Diana says, I have your moths. I love them. I did some bleach art with them on my jeans. Yes. Oh my gosh. I hope, again, Diana, for those of you who are here listening right now, please make sure you follow Diana Quick. Diana, please share your link because I would love everybody to see your bleach technique. It is absolutely beautiful, the stuff that you created. So if you feel like sharing it again, please share your link and put that up there so people can go follow your art page and see what you create with ArtFoamies. Diana does a lot of really beautiful, not only art, but she does fabric stuff, textile stuff, crochet stuff. Oh my gosh, wonderful, wonderful crochet. So yes, I'd love everybody to see that, because while we're talking about it, I want to tell you that if you love those, then you're going to love these for the bleach technique also, because how solid they are. Okay. So, yes, definitely the solid things have a tendency to work really well, you know, with that specifically. All right. Last but not least. So again, this wasn't a humongous collection, but we don't need humongous collections, right? Because we're always coming out with new things, innovative things, fun things from all your favorite artists. So this should keep you hopping for a bit. And me too, because, you know, I mean, I'm still working with some of the other images too. Keep in mind, I know, you know, recently we've had stuff from Sarah Matthews. We've had stuff from Balzer, Julie Fife-Fan Balzer, and also the new stuff from Crafty Chica. So you know, a lot of these things would go amazingly well with all those things. On this paper, I don't know if you can tell right here, but I did use, and it will show up better because this is just the first layers, okay? So I'm going to over stamp these, but this here, if you can see Sarah Matthews, one of her flowers from her recent release, okay? And then this back here is Julie Balzer's large flower tangle, okay? So, you know, these are very mix and matchable. All right. And another reason I will tell you that I love ArtFoamies, because so many of them are really just made to go, you know, to mix and match and go together, even though I know a lot of your artists that you love and follow have specific styles. Okay. There's just something very sort of, I don't know how to explain it really, but it worked out. I know you've all seen it with, for example, the Frida collection, with the Halloween collections, and those were just pop-ups with, you know, random, a variety of artists. Okay, not really random, but you know, a variety of different artists making imagery, and yet somehow they all really made the most fabulous collection. Okay, so again, the large butterflies from Elizabeth, oh my gosh, beautiful. And they are around 4 inches. Okay, around 4 by 4 ish. Okay, 4 by 3 ish. Again, sold individually. And then we do have the smalls in the sets. Okay, so there you have it. And again, I'm just going to continue playing. What I have here is a large piece of Fabriano. This is, excuse me, Fabriano Hot Press 90 pound, okay? So I really like this because I find it to be a very forgiving paper. It's something that I can stamp and then do all sorts of other media over the top, okay? Diana, it's okay. I can share your link too later. Just or you know what, if Maxie Moon is still here, maybe you can share it with her, and then she can put it up. Yes, Heather, thank you so much for such a beautiful compliment. Heather says you attract amazing artists, and I will say that I have been very persistent. Oh my gosh. So, you know, I have a lot of people that I love and follow, and I am not too proud to beg. So anyway, okay. So what I have here, again, a piece of 90-pound hot press watercolor paper, Fabriano. I did fold it in half because I was considering just making a couple pieces of large, you know, not necessarily large, you know, but sort of large-ish. This paper that I have here is about 22 by about 15-ish. Okay. Jane Davenport is in the house. Oh my goodness. Welcome. I haven't pulled out the surprise element here yet. So oh, Maxie Moon, a couple of things. I don't know if you saw that one of the Beetles is missing from our listings. The large one like this. So if you can make sure that was up. And then I don't know. Oh, I was just wondering if there's any way you could get Diana Quick, get her link and share it with everybody, her art page link, and share it, because she has some wonderful techniques she's going to put up there so people can go and follow her and see her bleach technique. Okay. Yes, Jane Davenport. So this is what I wanted to share with you. So this is on watercolor paper. I do have a few little blotchies that I spilled, but that's okay, because once I get everything, you know, layered up, it's not going to matter. And quite frankly, we may add a few of those little blotchies just in order to make it look purposeful. Okay, so my secret weapon for layering this beauty up, okay, is something that Jane sent me as a little surprise. Oh my gosh, love! How can you not love when you get something in the mail from Jane Davenport as a surprise? Oh my gosh, talk about tickled, right? Oh my gosh, layer cakes. How many of you have used layer cakes? Because I'm not going to lie to you. You know, I always tell you, I tell you my faults, and I tell you my failures as well as my successes. And one of my failures was that I never had tried Jane Davenport's layer cakes before. How could I have not? Okay. So and admittedly, I am salivating. Okay. Well, not literally. Okay. But figuratively, I'm salivating over all the layer cakes. Okay. So I got these, and I don't want to be greedy because it was so nice, so special. But I think she just knew she was going to get me hooked. Have you tried them? Because they are amazing. Okay. And you all know how much I love my art supplies. You know, I'm a golden artist educator, and I love golden, and I would still talk and share golden stuff even if I wasn't an educator, because I like to share things with you that I personally will love and use. Okay. One of the things that's super fun about Jane's stuff, okay, and I do have a few of her I do have a few things, okay, but I had not tried the layer cakes. And wait till you see all of them. If you haven't, just not now because you're here with me, but soon when you're done, run over to janedavenport.com and check out all the layer cakes. They are scrumptious. The way they're packaged is so enticing too, because they're just, you know, they appeal to our senses, right? But the great thing about them is they are like they look sort of like a makeup sort of compact, right? Which makes it super fun. They are firm, okay? And so you do need to wet them to activate them, but they are sort of like in between a very rich opaque watercolor and sort of a gouache, a creamy gouache, and they just go on so beautifully. You can get them to be a little bit more translucent, okay, but they can also be very opaque, and I love that. And I want to show you something too. This is just a little tiny thing, but it's some colors that I normally never would have tried. And so I love that too. It got me like thinking and looking at things differently. And so here's just a little sample, but look at these colors. And you know me, I generally just really go for the brights, the rainbows, the neons. But this was something, and it was really special. I love the way that and it's in a palette. So it's there in this secret ingredients palette. And again, I like this. It does have a lot of things you could use for flesh or skin tones, and then some other sort of unusual colors for me, right? But I had such a fun time playing with them. And again, fun to layer and to kind of think outside the box, right? The beautiful thing about these is that they work so great with ArtFoamies, all right? And of course, really nice to have these great images from Elizabeth, because a lot of them are a little more solid. So you're going to get, some substance using them. So first I'm going to go, I did put down, admittedly, I stamped using the layer cakes. I'm going to show you how I did that. I took a little water on my brush. Okay. And I have sort of just a wider, about a, maybe this is about a 3/4 inch or a 1-inch brush. I'm getting it wet with a little bit of water. Okay, it's not super dripping, but it is saturated. And then I'm going to go over here. What color do I want to do? I think I'm going to try, of course, I'm going for my neon. And you know what? I don't know. The colors are listed. This is neon musk. Okay, so I'm going to get, and I do want to show you how nicely, if I need to just find my stamp now. Oh my gosh. I want to show you how nicely these work right on the ArtFoamy. You're going to get, and of course you could also, use your scrap buddy. However, I will say in this palette, okay, a brush goes in there a little bit nicer, fits in there a little bit better. And I'm just going to run that right over the top. And you can pretty much see how nice the coverage is really quickly, right? And again, I'm using a color called Neon Musk, and I'm going to over stamp right on there where I had already laid down some other colors. Ooh, look at that. So nice, right? And then, don't be afraid. Go back in. Let's load up one of my ultra rounds along sort of round brush that comes to a point. We're going to go in, oh goodness, what color do I want for this? Let's do a little teal. So Carissa says, I recently bought Jane's color sticks at a garage sale. Why someone was selling them, I don't know, and have been figuring out what to do with them, which means playtime. Oh, how fun. You have to show those when you get a chance, Carissa, because I'd love to see if they're the same thing that I have, because I have some of her color sticks too. And I also have some of her watercolors, her tube watercolors, which I haven't tried them yet. I've been saving them for something special. I don't know why I do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why sometimes I do save my new art supplies for like something something upcoming. Like I'll think to myself, oh, I'm going to save this for when I come out with a new collection or, whatever. I don't know why I do that, but I have it's sort of like sometimes I do that with new clothes. Like I'll get something and I'll be like, I'm going to save this for, some future date. So Wendy Aspinall, Bliss Angel Studios here. Oh my goodness. Nice to see you. I hope you're having a fabulous trip. So Wendy, I know all of you already follow Wendy, and she is in Rhode Island about getting ready to teach. Or did you already teach, Wendy? I'm a little behind because I don't know, time just goes by so fast, and I've been a little bit under the weather. So anyway, so I'm just taking these gorgeous layer cakes, and what am I doing? I am layering, right? Because they are layer cakes. So whatever colors kind of call to you in the moment, you can do that. And again, I love the fact that they are sort of just like creamy and opaque, and yet they are sort of sheer enough to where I can still see the under layers, right? Um, Yvonne, welcome. Nice to see you. Yvonne says life is short, use the good stuff. I mean I usually do. I have to say I used to be a lot more a lot worse about that, like saving everything. I don't do that anymore, but I do have a tendency to still sometimes say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to, do this whatever later, whatever." Okay, so here I want to share this with you too. I have her larger butterfly, Elizabeth's larger butterfly stamped right here. And I did it and, layered over it a few different times. This has some of the yellows. Let me just even tell you the color. It has a little bit of cheesecake, a little bit of lemon sorbet, a little bit of neon musk. I don't know. I just sort of mix that. So what I'm going to do now, a little bit different. I am actually going to take some of the white because I'm having a feeling here. This is called Pavlova. Pavlova. Super excited. I haven't done this. I haven't dug into the white yet, but it looks really nice and opaque. Now, I will tell you, my stamp is a little bit, has a little bit of color on there still because I have not cleaned it off. That's okay. If it turns, if it's not perfectly white, if it gets a little bit of sort of a peachy or whatever reflected color, I'm okay with that. All right. And some of it, I might even end up going over a second time. Or, the other thing is if I want it to be a little more like gradient, okay, then maybe I don't make perfect coverage. Does that make sense? Like maybe I let it sort of not be opaque in every spot. All right, but I did. It is fully covered. But if I let it sort of fade off the edges, that would be okay too. So Heather says, I do that. I have used her watercolors and love their mermaid markers. Ooh, my goodness. I want to try mermaid markers too. I'm going to tell you, I am going to go on hopefully tonight, maybe tomorrow, and I'm going to place an order at janedavenport.com because she has a new palette. I don't know how many of you saw. Ooh, look at that. Again, now I'm glad that I painted it all opaquely because just a little bit of that is showing up. So I want to take a little bit darker of a color. Okay. So I'm going to take this sort of, what color is that? That is called, shrimp. Okay. I think yeah. Shrimp. Is it this one? No, let's see. It's this top. It's the top dark blue, which I'm very confused right now. I think it's shrimp or dark rum, one or the other. Jane, which one is this? Yes, they are. However, Catherine says, wow, the layer cakes are really opaque. Puffer says, I always wanted to try them. I guess I will. Please do, because I, had been seeing them too, and I don't know why I didn't get off my butt and just get some. Jane just had to send me a few, but now, oh my gosh, I hope you all got to see the round layer cake that's all different pinks. Oh my God, I need it right away. Yes, right away. Anyway, I'm going to get this dark color and I'm going to just do, again, if you want to activate it a little bit more, you can spritz it with your water, okay? Or of course, if you make your brush a little bit more wet, but they will get dry and then they will activate really nicely with the water. All right, so I just want a little darkness. Okay, so I'm going to do the middle of the body and the antenna, and then I'm just going to do a little sort of dry brush action just on the inner parts of the wings. And then I'm just going to hit it again and make another layer. Ooh, see how it sort of did that and just illuminated the center. By the same token, you can sort of do the edges. So maybe I want to do a little bit of purple on the edges. So let's do a darker, what color is this? Cupcake. cupcake on the edges. Okay, so and just to get a little darkness there. Okay, so super fun. Layer, layer, layer. I actually am also going to take Sarah Matthews flower again, and okay, I just think I need a little more color on that, just again to overlayer, and maybe you know, I don't want quite such a neon, so I think I will mix, and I'm going to do it right on my stamp. I'm going to mix a little bit of that neon musk and a little of the pavlova, just to kick it down a notch, make it a lighter pink, right? And don't worry if you get your layer cakes, if they get dirty, you know, like if you're transferring color, it's okay. Just take a clean brush when you're done and wipe it, or you could even gently take a little, you know, clean baby wipe and wipe the tops if you wanted to, whatever, just, you know, it's fine. I love to do sort of those mixtures right on here. And if it might be a little too wet, it's okay. I'm just gonna pop a little color over the top. And I don't know if you can see, but I did have her floral here in a few spots. So I'm just going to pop it over wherever I had stamped that. Okay, just again, a little more oomph, a little more color, a little more layer. All right. And then and I am not done. I still would like to go in over here, you know, and overstamp that. Or maybe if I don't even want to overstamp it, I'll just take a little more color on my brush again, a little more layer cake, and I will just go in. And, you know, the nice thing about the art foamies is that you can use them very literal, okay? Meaning you can stamp them and try to get, like, you know, a very nice literal image, okay? Or you can stamp them and use them just, you know, to create your marks and use them to create your base layers, right? Which is what I love. So look at that layering there. All right, and now I'm going to go in, excuse me, again, I'm going to take Julie Balzer's large flower tangle, and again, I'm going to hit it with a little color. Now I don't I do wish that I admittedly wish I had a really pretty, like a olivey green, or maybe some sort of greeny gold. I don't know, but right, I don't have that, so I'm just going to use what I have. I'm using a little bit of the teals and the blues, and I'm going to go over it with a little yellow, sort of mush up my own colors, okay? It's nice too, because if you do it that way, you get some really nice variations. So, you know, oftentimes I don't necessarily always have to have every color at my disposal, although I admit I want it. I won't lie to you. All right, so there I got that painted up, and I'm just going to go over and I'm going to hit some of these areas again with a little green, okay? And if I overstamp areas that I don't want, okay, as long as it's pretty juicy, I should be able to get some fresh clean water and just move that out of the way. All right, and if it's a little too mushy or I get discoloration, I can just blob that with my paper, you know, clean dry paper towel, and sort of move it. So I really don't have to you know, I don't have to mask or anything like that, okay? And then, you know, certain areas too, if I want brighter colors, right? I'm sorry for not having a great focus there, but I'm going to go into my yellow here just because I feel like I want it to brighten this up a bit, and I'm just going to hit it again all around with some yellow. All right, and you can do that anywhere that you feel, or see or think. You know, again, I love working intuitively. So, you know, maybe I want to pull some other colors up into some of these pieces, again, to brighten them up a little bit or whatever. And again, wanting you to just see that the layer cakes also work, you know, in very opaquely, but also there's that translucency, right? Super fun. And then I'm going to go ahead and, oh gosh, I could even, if there's some areas that you don't like or that you feel need to be lightened up, then go ahead and go back in with your white, and you can do fun details back over the top again with your white. Right? You know the deal. Again, just talking about layering. And keep in mind too, if, you know how I was saying, I wish that I had, you know, some green, I can bring in some of my colors from my other palette. I can bring in my watercolors. Layer cakes work fantastic with your other colors, right? So, or with your watercolors. So this is my core golden, my green gold. So maybe I want to put a little of that. You know the deal. So now the last thing I would like to do for this page is to bring in, goodness, I think I'm going to bring in one of my favorite colors. It is called, it is a watercolor, and it is actually by Holbein, and it's called Marine Blue, and it's a really vibrant sort of turquoise. I think it'll go really nicely with all the, or not really turquoise, but kind of like a, well, you can see it's a deep sort of, well, marine blue. That's why they call it that. Anyway, you know, it's transparent enough to go over all this stuff. I think it is a nice background color. It's going to complement you know, all these other colors, and I am going to be able to do some really nice layering. I'm going to use some of it a little bit more. So I don't know. I'm not dipping in quite as much water, or trying not to dip into quite as much water. And I want to go around and do some outlining. Some water, try to make that move a little bit more. Anyway, get the idea, right? So you can take your more opaque colors, go around, build up those values. Let's do a little bit more around here. Unity and variety, you know the deal. Just have fun with it, because that's what it's all about, my friends. It truly is the journey, not necessarily the destination. Although, you know, we hope we arrive at a destination that we're happy with. But remember, you can always take that journey all over again, if not, right? That is the true beauty of, you know, mixed media, of playing in our supplies, playing with all these glorious materials, and just, you know, doing our thing. Chicken wing. I had to say that. Anyway, all right, let's pop a little bit more deep values here and there. And, you know, again, you can keep layering, painting. This is very therapeutic. It is very relaxing. So, you know, you can hang out and do this as long as your heart desires, you know, to your little heart's content, right? Little bits of white, because we like that. Anyway, I don't know, to be honest, exactly what I will do with this piece yet. I know when I first started, my intention was honestly to kind of create like a larger piece, like a larger watercolor that I could ultimately, I don't know, maybe frame or, but I'm thinking now I might like it better as a journal page or possibly as another little mini folder, or not mini, but you know, fodder folder. So we'll see. I don't know yet. And lastly, I do feel like I want to put a little of this over here too. Does anybody have any thoughts or questions at this point? Ooh, Elizabeth St. Hilaire is in the house. Nice to see you here, honey. Thanks for coming. Oh my goodness, I have such amazing people here tonight. So yes, for those of you who do not know Elizabeth, I'm pretty sure everybody knows Elizabeth, but if you don't, please welcome Elizabeth St. Hilaire from Paper, oh my gosh, Paper Paintings. She and I have, again, this is our friend anniversary, Elizabeth. It was October of, almost to the day, literally October of 2018, when Elizabeth and I met in New Orleans at Golden Artist Educator Training. Actually, so for those of you, maybe you remember, Elizabeth went with me to get this tattoo, my Moon in the Maker tattoo. So that was such a memory. We have really great memories of that time. Well, I shouldn't speak for her, but I'm pretty sure we both we have matching T-shirts. It was a lot of fun. It was a great week, and you know, meeting Elizabeth was one of the highlights of my trip. And we've had a lot of fun together, making stamps and collaborating on, you know, fun mixed media stuff. We do share a lot of things in common, and you know, yeah, including our love of you know, color, our love of stamps. I'm not as good at collaging as she is, but anyway, let's see. I know. Lisa, nice to see you. Thank you so much. So yeah, this is again using all of the butterflies, again on watercolor paper. I hope you had a chance to see the little, and Elizabeth, I'm going to send this to you if you want it. This is a little jewelry holder using your beetles, and also my imprint pad that's called dots of dashes. I think they just like were made for each other. So really, I had a lot of fun with this, and hope y'all like it. So this is done again with the small set of beetles. Yeah. So Elizabeth says, I'm not good at stamping. Oh, yes, I think you're good at stamping. And we've had fun stamping together before. And you can always collage over your stamp pieces. Like, I think you could stamp these and then actually just use them for sort of your template and then do your painted papers over the top. I think that would be so fun. I think we did sort of try that with your rubber stamps a long time ago. And yes, this would be fun fabric. You should definitely do some fabric. Anyway, over here, I was going to do a similar thing. Maybe we'll work on this a little bit in the after party, because I was going to do the same thing as I did over here, but I'm going to utilize a little bit different of a color palette, mostly probably the Secret Ingredients Layer Cake palette. You know, maybe some of Jane's watercolor crayons, because I have these too. I want to show you these. Now, I admit, I've used these a little bit, and I do kind of compare them two, these are called Aqua Pastels, and they do remind me of Neocolor 2s, which I absolutely love. So, which Neocolor 2s seem a little bit harder to find. So I'm very excited. I only tried a couple of them very lightly, but maybe I'll dig into these two. They look beautiful. And I love all of Jane's packaging. Oh my gosh. Anyway, okay, so I want to say thank you all so much for being here. We have 1 minute, and Elizabeth, thank you so much for jumping on here. I know Elizabeth is going to join us over in the after party. So for those of you who would like to come on over, you should have the Zoom link. For my patrons, please come on into the Zoom tonight. Elizabeth's going to hang out for a while. We're going to have a little Q&A. And, you know, just a little time for you to ask any questions. And then, of course, I will continue to play with the layer cakes and the aqua pastels and her moths, okay? Also, you have 1 minute right now, okay? But it's 4:52. You have until 4:54. When the clock goes to 4:52, please, if you're here right now, you have one chance to guess a number between 1 and 100. The person who who is closest without going over will win a $25 gift card for ArtFoamies. If we have two winners, we will pick two. But after that, we'll just do another number. Okay, so you have until 4:54 to guess your number. I have it already written down on this piece of paper. Let's see, I'm reading the comments. Patty says your designs are so fun. Heather says I want to come to Mexico. I want to come to Mexico too, so badly. I really want to. Yes, it's so nice. I had Patty Euler from the Queen's Ink here. I had Jane Davenport, Elizabeth St. Hilaire. Thank you also. And then all of you. Thank you so much. Okay, we have Sharon, 31. Bernadette, 61. Gabby, 53. Deb, 46. Patty's Vintage Shop, 23. Elizabeth says 13. Hackme Post says 53. Pam Shales, 49. Jennifer, 37. Christina, 51. Catherine, 72. Terry, 66. Margie, 76. Ron, 58. Lisa, 24. Megan, 50. Mary Lynn, 87. Heather Bailey, 83. Elizabeth, 101. Oh, you're so funny. Puffer, 33. Judith, 26. Orange Spiral, 27. Elizabeth, yes, I want to come to Mexico so bad. How many spots do you have? Let's see who else. Linda, 20. Cynthia, 57. Seahug, 79. Reenie, 72. Okay, it's 4:54. Diana, 69. Okay, numbers are off. Okay, it's 4:54. We're done. I am going to tell you the winner is Brianna from Orange Spiral Arts because it was 27. Yay! And Brianna wins a $25 gift card. I will send you the information tomorrow, Brianna. Okay? I'm going to write your name down right here. Orange Spiral. I hope also everybody follows Orange Spiral Arts. Please follow her. She does great stuff and she has fun play dates. So make sure that you're also following her. All right. Thank you all again so much for coming, for being here with me, for sharing ArtFoamies Fun, for supporting our little company, for wishing my daughter a happy birthday. Don't forget, get 20% off. Okay, when you use the code MP23, I thank so many of my, not so many. I thank my family members for all their love and support and for working with me. And all of you, of course, for being here. Elizabeth, thanks again for taking your time to come here and hang out with us. It means the world to me. I love collaborating with you, and I really love that you make ArtFoamies with me. So we're going to go over to the after party. It's 4:56. Congratulations again to Brianna. I am going to stop and say goodnight to everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. You know the deal. Stay safe, stay sane, stay makey. I'll see you next week. And for those of you who are coming to the after party, we're going to head over. I'm going to take a quick 4-minute break and I'll be right over there. So see you there. Elizabeth's going to join us. So if you have any thoughts or questions for Elizabeth, get them ready because she's only going to hang out for a few minutes. All right. Mwah. Bye, everyone. Thanks again. Love your stamps, Elizabeth.